your household aren't counted, we lose nearly $1,200 per person to places like Texas, Kansas, and Arkansas. So help bring that money back to local communities by filling out the 2020 census. This year, it's easy to do. You'll receive a postcard in March 2020 with a unique code for your address. Using that code, simply go online, call, or request a paper copy of the census and fill it out. I want to make sure that you and your whole household are counted in the 2020 census. It's important not just to Stillwater, but to all of Payne County.
Alrighty, welcome back to Full Disclosure After Hours. I'm Kristen.
And I'm McKenzie.
And we are going to talk about what is coming new and streaming on different streaming platforms.
I recently joined Paramount Plus.
I have also been, I haven't joined, but I've been using Paramount Plus.
I have an access point.
It's actually really good. It has all the old
my only
shows.
criticism is it runs horribly on my computer.
Oh no.
It makes it sound like it's trying to take off. And it's really hard, I feel like, to get to the next episode.
Yeah.
That's my only critique.
It doesn't have
I
easy,
the content it has, though.
Next
I love
episode.
MTV shows.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Are You the One?
I haven't.
Love it.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's cool.
What's it about? I'm curious.
It's like a reality show where there's 20 singles, and they've been perfectly matched with one person, and they spend the
perfectly matched. Yes, I've heard about this.
Yeah, and so they spend the next 10 weeks trying to figure out who their perfect match is.
Do they it's scientific, right?
I think matchmakers make the matches. It's not just decided by the show.
Alrighty, but on Netflix,
anyway,
here's what's coming soon. So for new shows, we have The Circle season 2. I don't know if you ever watched The Circle. Yeah. Obsessed with it.
It was cool. And I feel like
really
that's an easy
it.
one to film pandemic style.
Yeah. When I was watching
They're
it, I was like,
alone
oh
anyway.
my God, my dream would be to be on the show.
Is this
I actually
the cast?
I guess. I haven't looked
They don't
into
look
who's
familiar,
on the
so it
cast.
must be them.
Yeah. But I fully looked at how to be on the show.
Really?
After the first
oh my gosh,
season
wait,
came
you'd
out.
be great at it.
I was looking
Do you
at
think
it, and
you
then it
would
was
play as yourself, or would you try to pretend to be someone else?
I don't know. I see benefits to both.
I think I would play as myself.
Yeah. Just because
I would be too scared. I would be I'm lying. Don't trust me. I'm
especially
lying.
if I've seen people play as other genders, and I'm could it be me?
No.
I would not know what a man would say.
Well, I don't know how to be a dude.
The first night they make a men group chat, I'm out. I'm a girl.
Ooh, okay, never mind. Hate this.
But I really loved it. I looked into the process until it said send us a video, and I was like, nope.
Really? No, you should do it.
I'm
everyone,
Circle season 3.
Make Kristen be on the Circle.
You heard it. You heard it here first. Circle season 3, starring
Circle
me.
season 3.
Only me. Just me talking to myself.
Oh, that'd be lonely.
Yeah.
At least you'd make it to the end.
At least I would win.
Yeah, there you go.
But another new show that's coming out on Netflix is You season 3. I don't know if you're a You watcher.
I am.
I
feel like I
cannot
watch everything, except for Marvel movies. Obviously.
Except for Marvel movies, as you guys know.
Yeah.
But I love You. It's just
love you.
I love the show You because it's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is so crazy.
Yeah.
It's I don't even know what else. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's pretty psychotic.
It's pretty psychotic. So I'm but now they're in a psychotic relationship.
Yeah.
I'm
psychotic
not going to say
baby.
who in case you haven't seen it, but psychotic baby on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Is that spoiling?
I don't think so. It was in the poster, I thought.
That's true. But now, I don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to be crazy together? Is he going to be crazy about someone else and she's going to be crazy about him?
I don't know.
It's up in the air.
They're crazies.
They're crazies. But other stuff that's coming to Netflix that has already came out, we have Legally Blonde, Insidious, and Sky High.
Love a Sky High moment.
I used to love Sky High.
It's such a cool concept. That's the closest I've gotten to superheroes, enjoying them.
Insidious, though, I love me a good scary movie.
Won't be watching.
Well, McKenzie.
No, I'm not very good with movies. You know that.
Yeah, movies can be hard for some people. It's a lot. It's a lot to sit there and just stare at a movie.
Yeah, especially alone. Sorry,
Especially when
it's
you're
kind of lonely, but
alone in the dark. It's sad.
I'm not sad, but I definitely.
You ever watch a sad movie by yourself?
Yeah, when I want to cry.
That hits different.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of do that pretty often. I'll save stuff where I'm like,
I want to cry later.
I'm ready.
Add to my list.
Yeah, pretty much.
You ever seen Life in a Year? I'll Die on This Hill. Saddest movie ever, and nobody wants to watch it.
I can't watch it today.
Too sad.
But I will consider it.
Well, put it on your list because it was good.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
what's coming new to Hulu? Have you watched *Handmaid's Tale*?
I watched a few seasons, but I got over it. We watched in my high school lit class. We read the book.
Oh, really? Was it good?
I didn't really read it.
So *Handmaid's Tale* season 4 is coming out. So if you've been catching up with that and you have been dying to see what happens in the 4th season, that is coming soon.
Not me.
And then we have these 2 shows. These are
Amy
your
Schumer
shows.
Learns to Cook. I thought was really bad. I watched it on Food Network with my mom.
Oh,
I
no.
don't recommend that.
I don't really watch cooking shows that much.
Well, I spent all of quarantine with my mom,
That's fair.
and my mom is a mom, so we watched Food Network, TLC.
I will say during quarantine, I feel like everybody learned how to cook just a little bit better.
Amy Schumer did. It was not a good
Amy
show.
Schumer, she's like, I'm rich. Let me make a cooking show.
But yeah, I'm a Real Housewives girl, and they're putting Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Real Housewives of New York on Hulu.
Season 10 and 12.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is my favorite one. Look how good they look in neon.
I'm like, how do they make that many seasons about wives in houses?
They're so dramatic, dude. You just have to see it.
The drama is so much.
In this
Honestly,
last
I love
one-
drama. I don't know why I'm not watching.
In the
because
last season
I
of
love
The
drama.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, there was there's always like some sort of cheating scandal. And Denise Richards, who used to be married to Charlie Sheen, is on this. Yeah.
Oh
and,
my God, I
You know,
didn't
Charlie
know
Sheen
that.
is problematic on his own, but
Obviously.
she was like having an affair with one of the women that used to be on the show.
Which one?
Brandy.
Oh my, I love that.
Brandy
No, I'm just
Glanville.
kidding. Don't love
Denise
that.
Richards. And
But a plot twist?
Denise
Something to end
denies
the
it.
show like that?
Denise denies it. Brandy tells everyone. She said
She's
it on
like,
the
"No,
show.
for
She's
sure."
not like one of the current housewives, but she shows up to like their events and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she like, I don't remember who she told, but she was like, yeah, no, Denise and I hooked up.
She's like, no, seriously.
Yeah.
You seriously have.
It's crazy. I don't watch New York because my mom doesn't like New York, so there's no point. Like, who would I
Fair.
talk to about it? But I know they're pretty dramatic as
Yeah.
well.
And then some other movies that we have coming to Netflix are The Gift. I don't know if you know that. It's kind of a psychological thriller, really good. Napoleon Dynamite, classic. Rio, which I'm kind of mad about because at the beginning of the semester, I was really dying to watch some Rio.
Really?
Had to rent it.
No way.
And now it's coming for free.
That's so weird.
I like got really hooked on a song from Rio. I'll say it. I got really hooked on a Jamie Foxx song from the first Rio movie, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is so good!" But I had to rent it. I actually had to text my sister because I use her kind of like, "Can I rent this movie?"
What like streaming platform?
It was on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
You know, sometimes you be having to pay to rent some movies.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey, girl."
That's my problem with these Marvel movies. Like, they're not all on Disney Plus.
Yeah, some of them because the Spider-Man movies aren't because they're made by Sony. So
Annoying.
Annoying.
Yeah.
And then we have HBO Max, which is kind of a newer platform.
Do you have HBO Max?
I do have HBO Max.
Same.
It's actually
I
really
haven't
good.
really used it very much.
There's a lot of stuff on HBO Max. They're actually streaming the new Godzilla Kong movie right now.
Oh.
McKenzie's like, what is
I'm
that?
like, oh, that's a thing.
Is-
I'm like, bring me, like, I want like a new Clueless movie. That's kind of like my ideal movie.
well, you know what? Maybe one of these years you can make it.
Oh my God, you're right.
You're like, oh,
new
future.
dream job. New dream job.
But on HBO Max, we have The Nanny, classic show. I used to watch The Nanny.
Yeah,
Late
like at
nights.
night, at like
Yes.
10:30
Yes.
on like Nick at Night.
It was always like, oh, The Nanny and George Lopez were what I was watching. Ella
Yeah.
Enchanted,
That's coming to
great
HBO Max.
movie.
I think I remember trying to read that book in like 3rd grade and being like, I hate
I've only
this.
ever watched the movie.
I was a big reader.
She like can't. She like
has to
does
obey
whatever
every
she's
rule.
told. I'm like,
yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah.
But then we also
Couldn't be me.
Oh, sheesh. Then we have Space Jam, Stuart Little, which actually Stuart Little
Wait a
has been
minute.
popping up a lot in my life recently.
I feel that way about
Always-
Space Jam.
Space Jam is so good.
It's weird.
And then we have Green Lantern, the Ryan Reynolds movie, which actually he just watched for the first time after a decade of it being out.
Who? What?
Ryan Reynolds played Green Lantern.
Oh.
Yeah, he also plays Deadpool, but he played Green Lantern.
Oh, that's
and
weird.
it came out like almost 10 years ago, and he actually just watched it.
Oh.
He like watched it and like live tweeted his
Oh,
thoughts.
I don't think I would watch a movie. I was
And
in.
The Dark Knight Rises, which best trilogy in the DC.
Okay, so are you like a Marvel or a DC person?
Listen, girl, I like it
You like a
both
superhero?
ways. I love DC and I love Marvel.
Love a
I
superhero
like
moment.
Marvel movies are better than DC movies because kind of DC movies are like a hot mess, but DC like animated shows. I sound like a loser.
Teen Titans?
Teen Titans. Okay, who doesn't? Who has not seen Teen Titans? And don't tell me that you haven't seen it.
Okay,
because,
I won't say it.
because I know
won't say
everybody has seen it. I know everybody's seen it.
I won't say it, but I'll be thinking it.
But I've been thinking about it.
I'll be thinking about how I haven't seen
Teen
it.
Titans Go to the Movie.
Huh?
Teen Titans Go to the Movie. Greatest
I have
film
no idea what
of
you're talking
all
about.
time.
That's a movie?
It's called Teen Titans Go. It's kind of like a funny little movie.
Just a funny little
Just a
thing.
funny little movie. You know, it's really indie. You probably never heard of it.
No, I literally haven't.
Yeah, totally. It's just so underground. You just don't know about it yet.
I mean, it is for me.
Okay, we're gonna do McKenzie meets DC.
No.
First
we won't.
movie,
We
Teen
won't.
Titans
We
Go
won't
to the
do that.
movie.
Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take another look at our
March
March Madness.
Madness brackets.
Yeah,
Stay
stay
tuned.
Hello, welcome back. Full disclosure, I'm McKenzie.
And I'm Kristen.
Well, March Madness has gotten really sad.
You know this is coming. If you've been keeping up to date, me and McKenzie tried to do a March Madness bracket. Honestly,
We started off kind of strong.
yes. I mean, mine went so much downhill. It's still okay.
Not for me.
Oh, McKenzie.
I think I'm completely out, to be honest.
of the thingy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm in 30th place out of 31. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? But at least you're not in last.
I blame Parker.
Parker, if you're watching this,
Parker? Come on.
what happened? You're supposed to be our consultant.
Yeah.
Chris, if you're watching this, thanks, buddy. I may be in 14th place, but
It's better than mine.
I wasn't like really high at one point.
Yeah.
And then a lot of stuff happened that I wasn't prepared for, nor did I even know about, really. I don't keep up with the games. But
Right.
now we're in the Final Four.
Well, we're not.
Well, yeah. Final Four of March Madness.
The Final Four is happening with or without us.
Well, I'm still in with Gonzaga. I don't
Happy
know
for
if
you.
I honestly don't even know if I picked
Yeah, this is
UCLA
your
or
bracket.
anything. Yep. I have Gonzaga and Villanova going all the way, but unfortunately Villanova just lost.
They did just lose.
so.
And you know who else just lost? Michigan. So,
Nah, Michigan.
yeah, they lost. So, you're out on that front.
Well, you know what? You win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose some. And I lost some big ones.
I'm just really hoping Gonzaga just somehow makes it all the way. I'm like, go
they will?
Gonzaga. I don't even know where your school is, but I'm really
my God,
hoping
where
you
is
pull
it?
it through. I don't know.
I'll Google it.
I'm like,
I have no idea.
I've never even heard of
truly
this
never thought about it.
school until this whole March Madness thing. I'm like, Gonzaga sounds cool.
Where are they?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Address? Hello?
Address of Gonzaga.
Wait, is it, oh, it's in Washington. Do they say Spokane?
Spokane.
Spokane?
Spokane.
There's a town near where I grew up that is spelled the same way, but it's pronounced Spokane. But I feel like the one in Washington is pronounced Spokane, to be quite honest.
Have you researched this before? Sounds like you're fluent on the subject.
Well, I've been near the area,
That's fair.
so
Yeah, Gonzaga University and
for some reason I had it in
Washington?
my head that they were in Indiana. Very far
I
away
had
from Washington.
No thoughts in my head. I was just like, Gonzaga is there playing
It
basketball. I don't know where they came
Basketball
from.
school.
Never heard of them, but they're playing, and I have them winning.
Dang.
I
They
just,
are
like,
nothing
hoping.
like I thought. I think I'm combining Gonzaga and Villanova in my head. Where's Villanova?
Don't bring up Villanova.
Okay,
I
sorry.
had Gonzaga and Villanova in the final.
Okay, Villanova's
to
in
talk about.
Pennsylvania. So maybe that's a little bit more what I was thinking.
You're like, you know what? That sounds right. Villanova sounds like a Pennsylvania school.
No, I Googled it.
No, I know.
I didn't just make it up.
I know, but you're like, you know what? That sounds right.
I'm like, yeah, correct.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I can't believe they lost.
Well,
I'm
sorry
so
for
mad.
you.
They lost
I've
to
had no
Baylor,
hope for
which I'm
several
assuming
weeks.
it'll be Baylor and Gonzaga in the final game. Personally, I think UCLA and Houston are not going to.
Well,
I say this next year, I'm going to come in and be like,
yeah.
so anyway, they
if UCLA
are
wins one
playing
more game, I'm transferring.
to UCLA.
Yeah.
I'm like, yay, UCLA
I'm like,
wins.
they're obviously got some magic over there.
What is the UCLA mascot? I'm going to look it up.
I think it's a Bruin.
A what?
You're like,
I'm so
a Bruin.
A Bruin. This looks like a bear.
Well, what animal?
It does say Bruins.
I knew
but
it. I
That's
knew
a
it.
bear.
Well, maybe it's a breed.
A Bruin bear? Looking it up. Bruin bear.
This is what I care about. I'm like,
The
basketball.
mascots?
Who cares? I'm like,
I wish like
what
when I was
animals
doing
play for them?
my mascot in my bracket that they put like the little mascots. Then I'd be like, oh,
I think Falcons will win over Otters any day.
I'm like, obviously a falcon's gonna be an otter.
I don't think any of them have Falcon as a mascot. But
Bruin is the Dutch word for brown, and they are a brown bear.
okay,
So you said
We'll
like
accept.
Browns?
no, not Browns, just Bruins.
No, I know, but if we were speaking Dutch, they'd be
But
like
we're not.
Browns. Maybe I am, McKenzie.
Are you speaking Dutch? Do you know?
Maybe-
Do you know any other languages? I don't know basketball. Is that a foreign language?
Do you know any languages? Because I'm pretty sure I don't know basketball.
Well, basketball seems pretty foreign to me.
I'm gonna do this again next year. I'm gonna try to do another
Really?
March Madness bracket because I
Yeah.
I don't even know. What about your bracket? How are you?
Out.
Out. Okay.
Very out.
Are any of your teams left?
No.
You're just complete. Like, you can't gain
Yeah.
any more points from it?
No, it's completely exhausted.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Who did you have winning again?
Illinois.
Wow.
They got out first round? No, second round.
Oh my God, a heartbreaker. I'm
Yeah.
like, that is
And then I had
terrible.
UConn in the final, and they got out in the first round. So that was pretty tragic for
They got on the
me.
first round.
Yeah, they didn't win any games.
At least you had Abilene Christian University. You're
Had
like,
them.
I may have lost, but I
They were my
predicted
Oral
Abilene
Roberts.
Christian University.
And then Oral Roberts went really far.
Oral Roberts went so far.
They like just lost.
I'm like, a lot of these things I haven't even heard of before, to be honest. And now that I'm hearing of them and they're doing so well, I'm like, I kind of love it for them. I love the underdog.
Yeah, love the energy. I'm
Except for
sure-
Gonzaga, I really need them to win. Like, I know they like been
Are they
really
one
good.
seed?
Uh,
I can't remember.
you're asking the wrong lady.
Okay, well, I'm just going to assume yes.
What's the difference?
What's the difference in
One
one seeds
seed
versus
and-
like 12 seeds?
Yeah.
It's like rankings, like how good they're supposed to be. Okay, cool. Okay, learn something new every day.
I learn more about basketball every day that we talk about it.
I feel like I know more about basketball rules though than I do about how football works.
I could probably run a football game more, like know more about a football game than I could know
There's a
about
lot
a
of
basketball
rules
game.
and scores happening
Yeah.
there. That confuses me.
In football,
McKenzie meets football.
McKenzie means football. Next season, you're like, yep.
I'm like, I have a fantasy team.
Oh my gosh, I would love to see Mackenzie's fantasy team. I want to see. who
I would pick
him.
all the cutest boys.
You're like, this guy's cute.
I'm like, he's cute. He's tall. I will pick him.
A lot of them are tall too.
Yeah.
A lot of the basketball players are tall too. I should have
Yeah,
done
true.
this based off. I should have looked up everybody's uniform color and been like, pretty.
Yeah. I would
I'm done. I just went off of names. Now I know for next year.
go off
I'm
of
like,
uniform
duh,
color.
go off of uniform color.
What's your favorite uniform color?
I don't know. I like green.
Green.
I think green's cute.
Cool. I'm a yellow girl.
Ooh, a yellow is good.
A green and yellow. Oregon.
Oh, Oregon
So
all the
we're
way.
Oregon
We're Oregon
girls.
fans now.
We're like, go Ducks. Yeah.
Isn't the Oregon girls team the one that like talked about how the NCAA wasn't giving them all the weight?
I think so, yeah.
Look at that. We're
Kristen-
supporting everybody. Oregon
knows.
women's basketball team is who we're supporting.
Yeah. Just them. Oregon women's basketball and Oregon women's basketball only.
Yeah.
We
We're
don't
gonna
care
learn.
about anyone else.
Now that they have a new weight room, we're like, yeah.
I wonder if they're still in it.
Couldn't tell you.
You
You know who else is green and yellow? Baylor.
Oh my God, you're right.
I'm like, there is somebody
They're so
else.
much closer.
There's somebody else that's green and
Not
yellow.
enough yellow for me. Not a good enough green for me.
The dark green?
Yeah.
I like the dark green. I'll say it.
I do like emerald. It's my birthstone.
Wow.
Love that for me.
I know a lot of people whose birthdays are in
May?
May. Yeah. We're getting
Same.
way.
Yeah, this is not about basketball anymore.
I'm like, now
so
we're like, what's our favorite colored jersey?
basically, we're sad. March Madness is hard.
If you can't tell, we didn't do well in our brackets, and
We'll
it's
try
because
again
we're
next year.
sitting here talking about our favorite colored team jerseys.
We just
and
don't get
stuff.
basketball. It's okay.
Yeah, you know, we didn't go off rankings, we went off vibes, and obviously that did not
No,
help.
the vibes weren't right
Vibes were
for
really
us.
bad, and we didn't know.
But that's
Next
okay.
time?
We'll try again next year.
Hey, we did a lot better than some people.
I didn't.
Well, you did really good in the beginning.
I was like,
you were
woo!
killing it in the beginning.
So good.
I was like,
And then-
wow, McKenzie.
Never
but
mind.
it's just
I was like
downhill.
in second one day.
That's good.
Not anymore. Didn't last long.
Well, at least you had you like 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll try again next
All
year.
right. And then when we come back, we'll talk more McKenzie Meets Marvel and what you've missed on Falcon and the Winter Soldier this week. So stay tuned.
Oh, there you go. Superstar.
The end of the practice is when we do all of our like intensity drills.
Okay.
She was going at
Yeah.
it.
Stop. If we get them to Detroit by, let's say like Monday the 15th. Time's right there. There we
Yes.
go. Yeah. Just, you can't.
Don't want to talk about it.
When you see the water tower, you're gonna make a right.
If we win this, is the one way to get to the playoffs. I know.
Alrighty, welcome back to Full Disclosure. I'm Kristen,
And I'm McKenzie.
and we're about to talk all things Marvel, Mackenzie's favorite segment of the shows.
Okay.
Okay, before we get it,
Not me trying to get rid of it this week.
she's like, "What about
What if
Mackenzie
I
needs
switch
Survivor?"
it?
And we're
I'm
like,
really into
"Nope."
Survivor right now, and it's pretty much like taking up all my time. And so I
She's like, all I can think about is Survivor, and I just want to talk about it.
there's
for
40 seasons. I have so much content.
40 seasons.
Yeah. Okay. Don't even
And
get me
I
started.
thought
I will
other
take the
shows
whole
were
time.
long. I thought how far are you? Oh my God, no, we can't get
Exactly.
into this.
Don't let me talk about it. I will not stop.
The first thing we have to talk about is Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
So I know
I've never.
you have no idea what that is.
No.
Basically, WandaVision ended and Falcon and the Winter Soldier started, and it's about Falcon, who is Sam, and the Winter Soldier, who's Bucky.
I don't think I know who
They're
Falcon
going
is.
on an adventure together. Falcon, he was in Civil War that you watched. He has the wings.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he's in this. It stars him and Bucky. Basically, like, they took Captain America's two BFFs and were like, be friends. Make a show together. And they were like, okay.
They're like.
What's crazy
Fine.
about this show, the first episode, I knew going into it, I knew it wasn't like as much as my type of BS as WandaVision would be, because WandaVision was so funky and creative and cool. This one wasn't. It was good. The first episode was a lot of action, so I'm like going from watching WandaVision to watching a 15-minute sequence where they're just shooting a plane. I'm like, but at the end of the first season, they announced, basically it started with Sam retiring the like Captain America shield into the Smithsonian.
Okay.
Like he didn't take on the role of Captain America. Like he was, I'm kind of spoiling other movies for you, but that's okay. So he put it in the
I don't understand
Smithsonian.
what you're saying, so it's okay.
And then at the end of the first episode, they announced a new Captain America, like a new guy.
At the end of what?
The first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, that seems like it spoils the
Yeah,
whole thing.
really kind of sucky. I'm trying to find out what I remember his name was, but he turned out to be it. And then Bucky and
So in all future Captain America movies, it won't be Sir Chris?
I don't know. Well, it won't be Chris. No.
They're not worth it anymore.
Yeah, but the guy who does it was like kind of weird.
Was he cute at least?
Honestly, he kind of looked like the old man from Up when he had his
No.
when he had his helmet on. He came out and I was like, "What is he doing here?" And like, how's
No,
he any
you
better?
can't replace Chris with a less attractive man.
I know. And then the second episode was kind of crazy because like it kind of gave an inside look at how he became Captain America, the new Captain America. He like had like really good like military
This just sounds
stuff.
really boring.
It's kind of like more like the movies, but I don't think the movies are boring. But he did use a gun in the second episode, and I'm like, Captain America doesn't use a gun.
He uses a shield.
He used a gun
As a
in
boomerang.
the very first movie, but then he got like iced and everything, and he hasn't used one since. But like basically, it's like a lot of like, "You're not Steve," and he's like, "I'm not trying to be Steve. I am Captain America though," and they're like, "No," and he's like, "No, seriously, you guys, I am. I don't look like." He has like a different uniform and everything.
Ew.
Yeah, he
This
do be
feels
throwing that
stupid.
shield though.
This feels stupid.
It's, yeah, it was a little bit awkward. But in it, Bucky, do you remember Bucky?
I remember Bucky. He confused me a lot.
He goes to like court mandated therapy now.
Oh.
He's working through that
Well-
trauma,
well
which
needed.
which is good. He actually missed one of his therapy sessions and they arrested him. They were like, "Sir, you're supposed to be going to this."
Oh my god.
They also kind of tackled like racial justice in the second episode because these cops, like Sam and Bucky, were talking on the street, and these cops were like, "Sam," or not. They didn't say Sam. They don't know who he was, but they were like, "Sir, is there a problem here?" Like they were gonna like hurt him, and then one of the officers came up and was like, "You guys, he's an Avenger," and they were like, "Oh my God, Sir Sam, I'm so sorry. I hate to bother you like that," and I was like, "Not Sam."
I don't like the sound of this show.
It's all over the place right now. I really needed to like nail down. Like I needed to get into it.
Big sigh every time I watch a Marvel movie. I just feel like nothing is
McKenzie.
explained.
Well, because you're watching them out of order.
Well, I've seen. Never mind. I mean, yes, I am watching that out of order, but like, I felt like I should have known more about like Thor when I watched the first Thor.
Like you learned more than you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that annoys me.
Yeah, the first Thor movie was only okay.
But the one I watched today has been my favorite so far.
Which is...
I have a prop.
Oh,
It's kind of stabbing me because I'm hiding it. I watched Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh my gosh, look at him.
He's cool. I think I missed a part of his toy back here. But
I can't believe
yeah,
you
he
bought
came with a
little
web.
Does it go in his hand or something? Oh my
He
gosh.
goes a lot of places. Yeah. So I watched Spider-Man: Homecoming.
How did you like it?
I really liked it. Yeah. He's quite the dude. Let me see what my notes were. First of all, freaking stressed. That's mainly how I felt. That twist.
The twist about her dad? The girl's dad in the movie?
Yes.
Yeah. How did you feel when you found out he was the bad guy?
I could not close my mouth for the entire rest of the movie.
Sir Spider-Man is not standing like he's supposed to.
Well, it's probably because his feet are so
Rest
big.
now, Spidey. Rest.
Yeah, we'll figure out later.
But how did you feel? First thoughts.
Well, I couldn't breathe. I was
like-
so scared.
Was it the first scene where you figured out where he was going to pick her up for the dance and the dad was like, "Hey, Peter," and you're like, "That's
Yeah,
the
I
bad
was like,
guy."
what? I literally could not handle it. I wanted to turn the movie off. I
It's
was
like
so
what a
stressed.
predicament. What would you even do in that situation?
I would be like, I'm at the wrong house.
So basically, in Spider-Man: Homecoming, Spider-Man is fighting this guy called the Vulture, a really
I
bad
didn't
guy.
know what his name was.
Yeah, he's a vulture. I'm like, a lot of winged creatures here, but he...
They're like, birds are bad guys. And I agree. Birds are my greatest fear.
True. He makes a lot of bad, like, alien weapons, and Spider-Man's, like, fighting him, but he's also, like, living this, like, teen life.
I don't understand how the alien weapon happened?
Basically, this movie was after the first Avengers movie when they were invaded by aliens. So they just like found alien tech that was like still around.
Okay, so that part, because it then skipped to like 8 years later, and that was
the
after
first
Civil
part,
War.
It was like when the lady was like, "We're taking over here, taking everything." And they were like, "What? This is my side," because they were like trying to like. But then he stole like a piece of the alien tech, and like it went 8 years later, and now they have like this huge like alien tech laundering thing.
He did not. I mean, like, I loved how scary. I like the scarier these movies are, the better. That's when I actually like them.
Interesting.
I thought Ultron was super scary. Loved that.
But what's crazy about Spider-Man is this man is the father of the girl that
he has a crush on.
that he has a crush on.
I was very confused by the lack of Zendaya in this movie.
Okay, when I first watched the movie, I was like, she was on all these press tours, touring around. Like, yeah, Zendaya's in Spider-Man. She was in it for like 3 minutes.
I know, and they don't even say her name, like, ever.
She's just like, not until like the end. They call her like,
yeah, they're like,
MJ,
oh, Michelle.
Mary Jane. Or not Mary Jane.
It's Michelle.
Michelle.
But she goes by MJ.
MJ. Yeah.
Whatever.
Who is a love interest in the Spider-Man movies.
Is it like the second one?
She is a lot more in the second movie. And they kind of have a little spark.
I was really hoping that they would go to Homecoming together.
Yeah, they just like threw her away. They were like, Zendaya went on the screen.
They made her a very angsty girl.
She is angsty.
She is. Michelle, MJ.
Like when her friends were dying and she was like, my friends are up there.
She's like, my friends are in the Washington Monument.
My friends are there. They're going to die. Can you help?
I love a DC moment, though.
You do. I'm like,
I
this
love a DC
movie was
moment.
catered to McKenzie. How could she not like it? They were in DC for a triathlon. Or not a triathlon. A
decathlon.
You know what? Triathlon, decathlon, marathon.
Very different. Very different. Decathlons do not involve exercise.
Of the brain.
But not physical.
It's the triathlon for the brain, McKenzie.
Okay, sure. I feel like try means 3, though, so.
True. What were some more questions that you had from it? Or notes that you had while you were watching it?
Well, first of all, Aunt May hot? Aunt May hot.
Aunt May hot. Very noted that she was hot in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, everybody's talking about your aunt like this. You're crazy.
What happened to his parents?
Basically, his parents died, and then his uncle dies, and then he's with May. Really sad. I guess in these movies, they don't really go into his backstory because they've said it
Wanda,
so many times.
down bad.
Yes. I actually saw a TikTok series where they were best friends.
Oh my God, that'd be so cute.
Yeah. I'm
Live.
I kind of like it. You're two faves.
Literally.
I'm like, you're
just
like,
add
why
Black
is there
Panther
not a
in there?
Spider-Man WandaVision show. Or like Wanda show. Not even Vision.
Oh, yeah.
You need a Spider-Man Wanda show.
I think I just like the characters that are down bad. Black Panther, dad died. And now Real died.
You love the orphans.
Yeah. Sad for me. I didn't like. Okay, so basically, I think I get annoyed every time Iron Man
says anything.
Well, not anything, but I hate how he just like acts like he's so funny.
After
they
Civil
really
War,
think he's
McKenzie
hilarious.
like really had beef with Iron Man. Like
Marvel thinks that Iron Man is so hilarious. They're always trying to get
never
him to crack
been done
jokes.
before.
They're like,
crazy
wow,
guy.
he's so funny. Let's make him like crack
like,
every joke in this whole movie. And
anything
then
he'll
half
say
of them
is
won't
funny.
be funny. No, they're not. No.
McKenzie has beef with Robert Downey Jr.
I would fight him even though I know he would like kill me, but then I wouldn't have to listen to him anymore.
How did you feel about when he took the suit away from Peter?
Stupid. That was
like
dumb.
when he yelled at him.
Yeah, I was like, why is he being a dad?
And he had to like go.
He doesn't
home
have
and,
a
like,
dad. Don't be his dad.
I don't know. Maybe he feels responsible for him.
I
in a
noticed
way.
that Tom Holland is a short king.
Mm-hmm.
That's embarrassing.
He listens
Sorry,
to
Short Kings everywhere.
Short King anthem. Did
So-
you say that's embarrassing?
No, I would
Like,
never say that.
Tom,
Sorry,
if
Short
you're
Kings.
watching, which I know you are, obviously, it's kind of embarrassing that you're so short. I'm gonna look up how short he is.
He's
or not
5'8".
short. How? Mackenzie Googled this.
I've done research.
She
Because
built
I
a
was
shrine.
like, wait, no, I'm not.
Short King shrine.
Not into the Short Kings. Sorry.
Next week, Mackenzie and her short key.
Mackenzie meets Short
Shrine.
Kings.
It's gonna be right here. Mackenzie meets Short Kings.
No. Because what if I said I was scared of Short Kings?
Are you? Do they intimidate you?
Do they intimidate me?
Yeah.
No. But why is it that every like 6'4" woman dates like a 5'5" man?
Because men are intimidated by tall women.
So.
Except for the tiny ones, because they are too tiny.
They're like, I'll date
They're
anyone.
like, too tall and too tiny. Love. It's like the perfect pair.
What are some other of my notes? I feel like there were a lot of people outside. I felt like that was kind of odd.
The vibes were outside in this
Was
movie.
it summer?
I mean, it was during the school year, like homecoming.
Oh, no. That doesn't
So,
make
like,
sense.
it's kind of fallish. Homecoming usually happens in the fall, right?
In New York, get your scenes right, Marvel.
I love the beginning of this movie when he's just like helping out around
Oh,
the
yeah.
neighborhood. He's like, oh,
See,
somebody
his
stole his bike.
original suit looks kind of stupid. He's like
the one that he made.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look kind of
So
stupid.
did Aunt May not know that he was Spider-Man until the end?
No, she didn't. When she like catches him in his like uniform.
So, okay, I guess my biggest question was like, did he like give up being an Avenger? You know, he went to the new facility.
And he was like, no.
So did he decide to not be an Avenger?
Well-
Because why can't he just be like a part-time Avenger?
He
Like, do they all live there?
his like reasoning is basically he's like, I don't think I'm ready yet. Like I think I need to like be a child more, as a 15 or 16-year-old would,
Yeah.
because he's like a sophomore.
Yeah, that's why he's such a short king.
Yeah.
How old is Tom Holland?
Let me look it up.
I did not do that research.
How old do you think he is?
25.
Okay, let's look. Oh my god, I spelled that so wrong.
Because
24.
ooh, that was close.
So he obviously, if he was going to be taller, he would be.
But like, it makes sense for sophomore.
I'm like, imagine being 24
Parker.
and you're like, yeah, you look like a sophomore.
Oh,
He's like, is it
Okay.
because I'm short?
not only is Spider-Man down bad, but so is Tom Holland.
You shut your mouth.
Is he British?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I think I could tell by the way his mouth looks.
Yeah. Sometimes when he talks in like his like regular voice, I'm like,
You're like, this is jarring.
how hard do you think it is for a British person to do an American accent? Like easily as hard as when we do British accents? I feel like
Do you think it's hard to do a British accent?
I could definitely do a British accent, but would it sound believable?
Would it sound real?
No. But like I feel like when British people do American accents,
Who is
they
that?
sound kind of more believable.
That kid that calls Peter phallic names. Who is that?
Oh, Flash, the mean guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like his villain origin story?
It's basically like they have a bully. He's
He's
a bully.
really annoying. I
Also,
wrote in
like-
here, he reminds me of the kid in the yellow pajamas on Polar Express.
I'm like, out of all the kids, that's the bully. The guy
Yeah,
who
he's
also goes to the
stupid.
decathlon with them.
Stupid.
I'm like, they have bullies in their own classes.
Is every spider or every man that has been Spider-Man, are they always science nerds?
Yes, like tech nerds, yeah. Like they know more. Like Andrew
Weird.
Garfield knew a lot about tech and stuff. Because,
Are they supposed to be like portraying them as like not very cute? Because it's not working. Why do they always pick the cutest guys to be Spider-Man if they're supposed to be like nerds?
cute nerd, really good trope, you know?
I guess, but it doesn't seem
Cute nerd
very
saves the day.
realistic. The only like bad quality about Tom Holland is his height.
Oh my god.
So it's like,
it's supposed to be like a, oh my god, nerd at school, everybody bullies him.
But they
he's
don't.
actually Spider-Man.
it would make more sense if he was less cute for him, like, because I feel like it would be, because like obviously Liz will say yes to him because Tom Holland is
You know what's
cute.
weird? Liz was like a senior.
She was?
Yes. She went to a sophomore to like
Then
homecoming.
why would they move to Oregon? Just homeschool, girl.
just finish
Just
it out?
Just have your mom homeschool you.
GED
You don't
it.
need to move literally across the entire nation.
Well, they couldn't
finish
have her
out your
around
senior
if they
year.
want him and Zendaya to get together.
Okay, I get that, but they said that
Did you like her?
I literally didn't care about her at all because I knew it wasn't about her. The real star
She was
was
just kind of
Zendaya.
there. She was like cool until like the bad guy was driving them to the dance, and she was like, "Oh my god, Dad, you're so silly. Oh my god, my friends are here. Let's take pictures." I'm like, why is she talking like this now? She hasn't been talking like that the whole time. Like she was like kind of there. She was also in the decathlon. Everyone was in the decathlon.
Okay, well there were like 9 of them.
I'm like, every character in the movie was somehow in the decathlon.
Is there a Ned in every Spider-Man? Is there a Ned
Like
for
a
every Spider-Man?
BFF. I don't know. I don't remember.
There's
I'm
Ned.
like trying to remember if like Andrew Garfield had one, and I just don't
did
think
you
he
watch
did.
Into the Spider-Verse?
Yes.
Did he have a Ned?
No.
I'm confused by who this Ned dude is.
He's just a friend.
He's just a friend.
He's the guy in the chair.
I didn't catch that.
Okay, so basically the guy in the chair idea is like Tom Holland or Spider-Man is doing his thing and he has like a thing in his ear, and like Ned is like giving him the information he needs or like unlocking doors for him, and like
Oh.
basically like
But Ned's just a regular dude.
he's a techie kid
No one knows that much. That's
in
just,
high school, sophomores
No.
in high school especially.
He doesn't
Like
know
I'm
that
like, you're
much.
breaking into government facilities. I don't even know what I was doing as a sophomore in high school.
I wrote Karen's voice low-key sultry.
in his suit.
Yeah.
She was nice.
I thought he had a crush on her for a minute.
He was like talking to her, like hanging out with her while he was like trashing that facility.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you want to do now, Karen?
Why Karen? What a weird name to choose.
I don't know. They always have like something in their suit. Like Tony had like Jarvis.
Yeah.
And he has like Friday.
Who? Oh,
Friday. Yeah, he has the girl Friday now. And now he's like, yeah, can I
First I
call you
thought you said
Karen?
fried
She's
egg.
like, sure. Fried egg.
I was like, huh?
Tony's like, you should go consult Fried egg. I will be right back.
I was like, I know there's a Friday, but fried egg. I'm
You're
not sure
like,
what's happening.
fried egg and Fried egg? This man has it all.
Okay, so I think I need to reiterate that the like near end of this movie, the rising action climax, whatever it is, where the twist happened, it got me so good that I couldn't fall asleep.
For like the rest of the night?
Well, until like 12:30.
Wow. You were
'Cause I was
just
just
thinking
like-
about it?
I felt like I'd been like stabbed.
You're like, I cannot believe they did that.
No, it was crazy.
Could you like imagine that you don't know your husband is
I felt so
flying around
stressed for
with
him.
giant wings and selling alien
So did
tech?
he get like arrested?
I'm assuming. Yeah, he did because he was in the end credit scene. I don't know. Watched it. But he was in jail. And they were
Was he
like,
in jail?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't
and,
watch
like,
the end credit
other
scene.
jailmates came up to him and they were like, we hear that you know who Peter Parker, or not Peter Parker, because obviously
Spider-Man
that is. Yeah. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Why didn't he reveal?
Because he like saved him at the end. He, like, pulled him out.
right.
He has respect. You know, Spidey's not going to leave them.
Well, he also said he would kill his entire family, which isn't very hard. It's just Aunt May.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, what a heartbreak that would have been.
Spider-Man is down
He would have
bad.
been really on Wanda's level at that point because Wanda has nobody.
Wanda's in distress.
Wanda got her fake family taken away from her. I'm like, let that girl live. She just wants a family. We'll always go back to Wanda. We love her too much.
Yeah, I respect her.
I respect her too much.
Yeah,
She's such a queen.
can't let her memory die.
I'm like, I watch WandaVision every night.
Every night.
No.
That'd
I'm
get really
just
boring.
that dedicated to Wanda.
You're like, she's my girl.
So how would you rank this compared to, like, you watched Thor, you watched Civil War, and you watched, what else did you watch? Just those two?
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Avengers Age of Ultron. What's your ranking so far?
I would go Spider-Man, Age of Ultron, Civil War, Thor.
Interesting.
What would you rank those?
Well, Civil War is like my favorite Marvel movie.
Right.
So I would say if it's Civil War, and then I'd probably put Spider-Man, then Age of Ultron, and then Thor.
Thor's so bad.
It's
Thor
it's
is so
not.
bad. I'll be honest.
There are
I
worse.
did a randomizer to pick my next movie, and the next one was supposed to be Thor 2, and I said no. And I went picking it
Okay,
in.
Thor 2, worse than Thor 1.
I can't take it.
Worse than Thor 1.
I hated Thor.
Don't talk about it like that. I'm me saying, the second one really sucks, but don't disrespect
I'm
my
not allowed
man.
to say it.
A tall king.
He's tall. That's
He's a tall
good.
man. Just wait till you see him in other movies, like collaborative movies,
I
or
did.
Thor Ragnarok.
He was in Age of Ultron.
He was, wasn't he?
I didn't like him there either.
McKenzie.
I can't take him. He's too much for me. He's just such a freaking himbo. I can't. I literally can't take it.
I'm like, who do you like? Spider-Man and Wanda?
Spider-Man, Wanda, Black Panther. That's the list.
Yeah, that's about all I have.
That's all I can take.
All right. But yeah, anything else you want to add? Final thoughts?
No.
All right. Well, that it ends up finishing McKenzie Meets Marvel. But next week,
Until
we'll
next
have
week.
another movie for her to watch. And maybe she'll bring a little gadget again.
Well,
Are you keeping this on your shelf forever?
no, I'm gonna bring it every week. I would like to get one for every
Spidey
superhero
one.
I watch.
Like,
I think it'd be cute to get one for all of them. I
True.
won't be buying a Thor one. That would be gross.
okay.
Probably not Iron Man either.
Yeah.
Don't like him.
Oh, well.
My list of hates. Well, I don't hate Captain America. I'm very neutral on him.
Yeah.
Neutral.
I like him.
He's on my
personally.
neutral list.
So, you'll think about it
Ant-Man,
sometime.
hate.
You never even seen Ant-Man.
No. No Ant-Man. Not for me.
Oh, well. Well,
If
at
that
least
comes
you
up
liked
on
one
the
of them.
randomizer, we'll be skipping.
At least you liked one of them.
Yeah. Because I like a high school movie.
True. Little coming of age story.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm a sucker for a coming of age
I was
story.
like, who will he go to homecoming with?
Not the bad guy's daughter.
Oh, God, that tore me up.
Well, hopefully next week you'll pick another movie that you like to watch. And we'll
Hopefully.
have a lot of fun talking about it again.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right.
Well, thank you guys for joining us on this week's episode of Full Disclosure. And join us next week and we'll talk about all this crazy